Louisiana beer reviews. Hello, and we're looking at Samuel Adams' Tropic of Yuzu. This was introduced way back in 2017 as part of their summer variety pack. It's exotic and juicy.
Way back in 2017?
Yeah. It's 6% alcohol, has 20 international bitterness units.
Okay.
Which means it's going to be, just at the very low end of any real noticeable bitterness. Typically, that's what that will mean. Okay, I wrote some notes. They use their typical Samuel Adams 2-row pale malt blend. That's their base for pretty much everything. Pale 2-row, which is a better quality barley, malt blend. They blend it. Okay, and white wheat. So think of like some white wheat bread, like that brand, white wheat bread. Okay, they use grains of paradise as the spice, and yuzu concentrate. And the yuzu is a Japanese fruit. They say it's similar to grapefruit or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Gets a good score on Beer Advocate. They say 82 out of 100.
Okay.
With 24 ratings. Air conditioner.
Turn it off.
And a 31 out of 100 on Rate Beer. 31 out of 100.
It's not great.
And a 48 out of 100 for the style. So they say overall it's just dang bad, and in the style it's pretty dang bad.
Yep.
With only 16 ratings, so we're talking about 40 total ratings, and I don't know about video reviews. There are some.
And I feel like it's also worth taking into consideration that most people drinking this around here are not going to have had a yuzu fruit before. So if I drink a grapefruit rattler or something, I think I know what grapefruit is.
And when you say around here, you mean around here in America?
Yes.
Because Rate Beer and Beer Advocate could be from all over well, you can have even people from around the world reviewing on there.
Well.
So maybe in Louisiana that could be true. Limited release. It's best by September 2017. It's got the date, guys. And it is not certified kosher, like most Samuel Adams branded beers are usually certified kosher. So that's interesting. Okay.
What makes it kosher or not kosher?
An organization of rabbis inspects.
No, but I mean, what counts as kosher?
Oh, there's different rules.
I mean, it doesn't have pork in it, obviously.
And it's got to be prepared a certain way. And there's certain ingredients it can't have. It might have something to do with being made from concentrate.
Oh.
I'm not an expert on kosher, but if you look on those websites that do this kosher certification.
A little bit more.
If you look at the websites that do the kosher certification, they'll explain it. And I believe Samuel Adams is the star. It's like K with a star around it, so that's a different rabbi union. Usually your food products, and like Coca-Cola, it'll be the U with the circle. You ever looked at like a Coca-Cola and you see the little symbol that it's be like a letter U with a circle around it? And people say, what does that mean? And it means, I think, Union of Rabbis. Or like Manischewitz wine, it'll just say kosher. And then sometimes kosher for Passover. Anyway. Okay. Most Miller beers, you'll notice, will say kosher. Most Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch will not say that. Almost all Coors beers are kosher. And somebody told me that's because Denver, Colorado has a pretty large Jewish community. So they might have been trying to make sure that would appeal to that large customer base in that city. But anyway.
Makes sense.
All right.
Anyway, kosher 101.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's no, you spraying it up, but it is an aspect of the beer, right? So you talk about it, okay.
This is very yellow gold.
I would say it's definitely gold, and depending how the light's hitting it, like the light shining through it is more yellow gold. With the light shining at it, it's more gold.
Be careful sniffing this time.
And needless to say, none of us have had it, right?
No.
Nope. Well, I
And
smell
we have
that.
another bottle too if we need to break open more to get more sampling.
So the citrus comes through in this end.
I smell the wheat, the white wheat.
I was going to say, I'm getting a lot of sweet breadiness, but maybe some citrus, but it reminds me of some golden and blonde ales. And the one it reminds me of the most, it's weird because it's no longer produced, and it wasn't produced for that long, but it had a distinctive aroma. And that was the Michelob Beach Bum.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, Michelob Beach Bum. Most people haven't. But it
No,
had,
I'm getting some of the fruit,
had kind of that, Michelob Beach Bum had kind of that sweetness.
but it's like
Breadiness.
a lot of bread.
Yeah, and it was like yeasty bread. Almost like sourdough bread or something. It's strange. Okay, any bubbles? A little bubble. You see,
couple.
there's a little tight bubble stream
I'm
along
getting
the
some little
side.
bubble streams.
Some getting loose, and it's pretty clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not too cloudy, a little cloudy. I see some suspended sediment. It's very fine.
Yeah.
Well, taste test.
All right. I really like the mouthfeel. Like it's not too, it's very smooth, it's not too thin.
Yeah, it's medium, and it's kind of fluffy like wheat bread.
Mm-hmm. It does feel like, yeah.
Liquid bread.
But the fruit flavor is quite subtle. Like it's nothing comparable to that raspberry ale we just reviewed. It's I think that the fruit is pretty subtle, and then it pairs really well with the kind of light bitterness. Like I actually think this is pretty good.
Yeah, you know that Red's raspberry ale, they're using artificial flavoring color. It's sort of like liquid Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
But this tastes more like an actual beer to me.
I really like the texture of it. I think more so than the taste.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting some fruit, but it's not a lot.
Liquid bread.
There's a little tartness, not a lot. There's some bitterness, but not a lot. But it's noticeable.
And there's some sweetness, but not a lot.
And there's a lot of bread. So if you're big into the bread, the wheat beer, not the weird yeastiness like in a Hefeweizen, because if you ever drank a Hefeweizen, it has some very strange tastes. Doesn't taste artificial, it does taste natural. But like I said, you're using yuzu concentrate, so it could be some industrial grade, like major concentrate.
But even so, it doesn't have that artificial sugary taste like a Red's.
And just because it's concentrate doesn't mean it's artificial, it just...
And you compared it to grapefruit, but grapefruit is going to be a lot stronger. Like if you have a grapefruit shandy or something, it's going to be a lot more foregrounded, but this fruit is a lot more subtle.
I think the Samuel Adams website said like orange and grapefruit mixed. Maybe it's hard to describe.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a dry finish though.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's not, it's, if you prefer like crisper and less sweet beers, this might work. It's certainly, I don't think, too light. I don't know what the calorie count is, but it's probably a little higher than normal, I'm thinking.
So for somebody who doesn't like flavored beers as much, do you think it has appeal for somebody who prefers more regular beer?
Well, for me, yeah, because it's got more of a beer flavor than juice flavor.
See, so this might be something good to have at a party where you could please people who maybe aren't as big into regular beers, but also, you know, the people who aren't crazy, but like who wouldn't drink a Wild Blue or something, like could drink this.
Right, like so, like if they're typically a Bud Light drinker or a Coors Light drinker, and they haven't tried too many like real flavorful beers, this might be something that you can introduce them to more elaborate gourmet beers without shocking them.
And the label's really pretty. Not that that matters that much, but it's a nice label, and I think overall it's a really good summer beer.
So you don't think those scores are correct?
Those scores seem a little unfair to me. But I could see if somebody has gone into this wanting a flavored beer, like a really flavored beer, then they would maybe not like it.
Yeah, if you have that expectation, it doesn't really meet that.
Well, Beer Advocate's saying good, it's good. Great Beer's saying it's bad.
And then if you're just
I'm
wanting a
curious.
regular wheat beer, then this also might not.
Why would you even think that? Because it's very clearly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, but
Right.
I could see if someone has gone into this looking for like a really flavored beer, like a ruby red fruit or something. Like this probably might have disappointed them.
Also, you have a problem where you have certain people that have an axe to grind with Samuel Adams Boston Beer Company.
Usually you're the one to burn on camera.
And I think that they look to slam their beers. I think that could be true. I don't know that, but I get that impression.
I don't drink a lot of Sam Adams beers, but
So Elizabeth, giving it
I'm gonna give it an A.
an A. Oh, good, the A was on. So you say you don't drink a lot of Samuel Adams beers?
No, I don't.
But you say
Okay.
A. I would say A minus. but still, you know, it's an A. Barely made an A, but you know, there's got to be a cutoff somewhere, right? If you're grading test papers, so that one was an A minus, but your test paper was an A. What do you score it?
I'm going with the A minus too, because I expected it to have more of a fruity flavor, and it didn't meet that expectation. I think it's still good. I think the way it feels in the mouth was really nice, and
The mouth feels really great.
yeah, it is. I really like the fluffiness of it, but it just wasn't what I expected. So I don't think I could grade it too high.
Okay.
It's still really good.
Well, A minus is still a pretty high score. So
I kind of would like a little bit more fruit.
we're saying excellent, and you're saying most excellent. And do we need to pop open more to sample it more?
I think I'm good.
Okay. 'Cause we got 2
Like
bottles.
I would buy a case of this.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to sell it in its own 6-packs or its own 12-packs, but certainly you can get it in the variety pack, summer variety pack.
Oh,
And
okay.
you get 4 different flavors,
Do you know what comes in the summer variety pack?
and it's about $14.50 for the 12-pack at Walmart
What comes in the variety pack?
or Mandarin. Oh, you get the regular. You're always going to get Samuel Adams Boston Lager. Put that in. That's their flagship beer, so it goes in all variety packs.
Yeah.
Then you get this Tropic of Yuzu. They got the Hefeweizen. They've got the Summer Ale, and they've got
The lemon?
the Golden Hour. So there's actually 5 different varieties,
Okay.
some kind of way.
All right.
Maybe it's 6. I don't know, but maybe it's 2 times 6. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's 6 varieties, 2 bottles.
Okay.
And there's another one I can't even remember. So yeah,
Pretty
it's a good
good.
deal.
Pretty good.
Okay.
They always come out with these beers in the variety packs that I wish they'd sell on their own.
Occasionally
Like that-
they will.
The Shock Top Pretzel,
do
I think
that.
they started selling on
They
its
do,
own.
yes, and
So good.
the Samuel Adams did start selling the Fresh as Hellas on its own. That's with the skull and the orange. Okay, so les bon temps roulés. It's all gone. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all come on down to Louisiana. Thank you, Justin, and thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for watching.